Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is hautemesstom and thank you so much for clicking on this video. We are in the middle of messmas. My project for the month of December is trying to use every single piece of makeup I own in 31 days. In general, my channel is all about loving my collection as it currently stands, but also being critical of new makeup releases. I'm on a no-buy. It's like we're in the middle of it. If that sounds good to you, being critical of makeup, only bringing what's good into your collection, being critical of what's going on, being smart. If that sounds good to you, I would love to have you subscribe. Today, messmas continues. And if you are new here, part of the project is once I use an item of makeup, I can't use it again until I've cycled through everything. We've already come to the conclusion that I have failed. I have failed the assignment. I will fail the assignment by the end of the month, but we're gonna keep trucking through using what I can before the month is over. Today we're gonna be doing a lot of pink. I put on a pink shirt. We're gonna put on pink things on our face. It's gonna be a great time, I think. Hopefully. A lot of cycling through things that we've already seen. We're gonna, breeze through my eyeshadow primer. We're gonna breeze through my powdering and contouring. You know the deal if you've been here. Just there are parts we speed through. Today's star, I guess, or the eyeshadow palette that we'll be using today is going to be the Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Divine Rose 2. And in something that I have actually never done before, I'm also going to use one of these eyeshadows as a blush instead of using one of the blushes in my collection, because I've already cycled through all of my blushes, and one of the things that they boasted about this palette is that you could also use it as blushes. We'll see about that. I actually don't think I'm going to be using the Extraterrestrial shade. I think I'm going to keep it mostly this side, maybe one of those. What inspires me most is actually this shimmer. This looks really beautiful, which is not normally the case with a Mothership palette. Like that, like this one, that's beautiful. Yeah, I want that on my lid. Oh, that is also very pretty. It's interesting because normally the allure of these palettes is the baked shades. And I know that people are very into this, but I think the people who are very into this, and this isn't calling out anyone or shaming anyone, the people who are very excited about this are the people who have not ever looked at indie makeup or thought about indie makeup or know that there is a thriving indie makeup scene that you can't buy at Sephora, because I think that, and from personal experience, any indie shade that I have tried that is a multi-chrome is more impressive than this. But the reason, we're just jumping right in. The reason I don't love this as much as I love some of my other indie multi-chromes is not because the shift isn't there. It is. It looks really gorge. The problem with it is it's almost too smooth. I find that the baked shades from the Mothership palettes work the best when they have texture like this one does. Look at those two together. Look at the impact of this. Look at the impact of that. And while it has a shifting quality to it, this is far more interesting than that one. And while it will probably it's used I would use it as a topper, but it has some pigment to it. I'm much more drawn to that than I am the multi-chrome in this palette. But when I initially bought it, I was one of those people who wasn't paying attention to the indie makeup scene. And now, as someone who's into indie beauty, I don't own a lot of it, but I'm very well aware of it. See it happening all around me, because one of my favorite parts about makeup is especially with luxury makeup, is the experience. Look at this packaging. I got obviously the pink packaging. This is heavy, this is an experience, whereas I find with a lot of indie makeup, the packaging doesn't hit it. And some of that is by design, some of them do that one as a cost cutting, which I can appreciate and understand. Indie brands don't have all the money in the world, but they also do it as to be more eco-friendly, whereas this is a honking piece of thing. When I'm done with it, how do I properly dispose of it with the least harm to the environment? So those are all things to consider. We're gonna be using this today. I'm gonna be using, the MAC Paint Pot to prime my eyes, as I have been this whole project. Well, not the whole project, but this latter half of the project. I also have a glitter here from Slayfire, a different shade. I've been having a lot of issues getting through my glitters. I think I might just use the glitter as an inner corner shade. I don't know that I have great interest in putting it all over the lid. I feel like I've already kind of discussed my feelings before using it today. I don't know that I've used this many times. I think when I got it, I got really hype about Sextraterrestrial. Kind of have ignored everything else. Like, I don't think my finger had ever been in that one until today. I have commented about the amount of golds in Pat McGrath palettes like many times on my channel. It's like well noted, well documented on my channel. I do think I'm just gonna use the 2 mattes, maybe that shimmer, but definitely that all over the lid. And I might put that on as like a topper shade at the end. And then I will be using this glitter for my inner corner. Sounds like a game plan. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness. It is the 23rd, everyone. It is the 23rd. So my friend Kristen of the Beauty Beatdown, I'm gonna link her channel down below. She has been posting every day for 10 months. She has 2 more months of daily uploads. Well, like almost a month, only like a little over a month now at this point. She's been posting daily for that long, and I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. My brain hurts. My throat hurts. Everything is hard. And I commend her. She has done a fabulous job. She's grown her channel so much over the course of the year. I don't remember, I think she found me, or I don't know how we found each other, but we did, and we became internet friends very quickly. Congrats to her. I'm really excited for her to be done with that. I'm taking the lighter of the 2 mattes. We're gonna keep it very small. We're not doing my normal eye shape today. But I'm really excited to see what she's gonna do with her channel once she stops posting every day, because I'm like lucky enough that I came up with a project for this, but I couldn't imagine trying to come up with a concept for every individual day. And because this has also been so time consuming just to do filming and editing of these, I really thought I was gonna have time to do like additional content, but I think I'm only gonna be able to do 6 in total, because I will be posting on, you know, my Patreon page as well one more time before the end of the month. That's like also coming. But that's it. That's all I got in me. I thought really long and hard about it. I was like, can I shuffle any more out? And it's not in the cards, and that's okay. But oh my God, Kristen, I commend you. Please, 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 if you haven't checked out Kristen's channel, please go do that. I'll have it linked down in the description below. Okay, there must have been some glitter on this. There's some shimmer getting on my eyes. Like, you know what? I never know where the glitter is coming from. I don't know why I thought I could pretend to like know where the glitter is coming from. But I'm taking a fluffy crease brush and taking the deeper of the 2 mattes, kind of using it as an outer V, kind of using it as a crease, trying to keep most of the pigment on the outer side, but also trying to pull some of that depth up into the crease is the game plan. And I think we might actually just use that deeper shimmer shade as the outer V. I think that I want that. That's the fantasy that like I'm creating in my brain. You know, it's so interesting as I'm looking at this palette. I'm thinking about me buying this. I was so excited about this like special edition like packaging, because it reminded me of this pink Power Ranger toy. And I think I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I don't mind telling stories twice. It's my channel and I'm me, and oh God, I only have so many stories to tell. And I don't think I really realized how much I just didn't like wearing the color pink on my face until this year. But it's like the irony's not lost on me that this is like a super pink based palette, and I have gone on and on and on about how much I dislike the color pink. And then what happened with Pat McGrath, this is like when I like started, you know, not loving the releases from Pat McGrath as much, is like when we started just like doing Divine Rose, like everything is pink. Like I'm like wasn't into it. I'm gonna take that shade I went all over my lid and put it all over my lid. So as I'm using this palette right now, my thoughts, I have like many thoughts. I'm having many thoughts. I used to think that this ranked a lot higher in my Pat McGrath collection than I think it actually does. I think at first it was like, ooh, there's a multi-chrome. Oh, that's so special. I love this palette because there's a multi-chrome in it. And I just like, I don't think that's it. Like, I don't think that's the truth anymore. I'm trying to suss out my emotions as I'm using it right now. Like, and I'm gonna try taking that deeper of the 2 shimmers in the outer V, or just like to deepen up this outer corner. It's not the deepest I've done. It's okay. I don't need like incredible amounts of depth. I think it's okay for us to stay like pretty soft in a beauty beat. Yeah, you can see it. Because this side, you can tell that I haven't done that too. I'm trying to be realistic. Would I want to declare this? Well, there's a couple things that I can consider with this. One, it's very beautiful. I really love the packaging. I don't believe that that's a reason enough for me to want to, like, that's not a good enough reason for me to keep this palette. I don't have anything like this in my collection otherwise. Like, I don't have anything like this beautiful pink. And the opposite thing is kind of happening. I think that because it is so pink leaning, whereas Divine Rose 1 is definitely like a neutral palette that like hints pink, like we lean a little bit pink. Like this is like pink. Like this is like decidedly pink with gold. I don't know. I'm feeling some kind of way. Like I just like don't know what the right answer is for me. It's working really well. It works like a Pat McGrath palette. I can't complain about that. But it's just like, how often am I gonna pull it out? I'm sure someone else would love this way more than me, but there's like a selfish thing going on in here as I'm using it. Like, I don't know. This is like not. Can I cut ties with it? Like I've already cut ties with. It's not that I don't have the emotional stamina to get rid of a Mothership palette. I've already decluttered Mothership 2. I'm only pointing back there because that's where it's sitting. I am pretty sure that I will get rid of Mothership 4 at some point. Maybe this just kind of needs to go into the same mindset that Mothership 4 is. Like, I want to use it a couple more times. I'm going to talk about it all at the end of the project and like what this project is kind of going to roll into, because it's kind of rolling into something else, but it's going to evolve into something different, but not be daily. Or it might be daily, but it won't be daily here. Like, it won't be daily here. Before I continue blabbering, I'm going to use this and I'm going to just put it all over the lids to see what happens. It's kind of like, I wish, you know, like how like Converse and Vans, you can like go in and like build your own. I wish that there was a way for me to like build my own Mothership out of other Mothership shades to create like one Mothership that has all of the shades from the ones I don't want the whole thing in my collection. Does that make sense? Like, I want to like build BYO, build your own. I think this is very gorgeous. Is this very hautemesstom looking feeling? I don't think so. And you can sound off and say something different. And well, I have been really enjoying like these more simple looks as I've been doing this project. And you also have been very much enjoying the more simple looks that I've been putting together. There's something about this particular color story and the way it's fitting. It's like, I really have discovered that I do enjoy gold more than I thought I enjoyed gold. But do I enjoy pink? Do I want to enjoy pink more than I think I enjoy pink? I really like that topper shade. Actually, it really... Okay, so I will say, actually, all the shades I use today, I actually kind of am into. I actually thought I was gonna dip into that, but I didn't even think about it. It is a pretty shade. I've used it before. It's a beautiful hot pink. The other thing is, the thing I think that also I should mention is that pink is my favorite color. Pink is my favorite color, but it's not my favorite color for cosmetics. So it's very confusing. So my eyes get drawn to pink things, and then I black out and forget that pink is my favorite color, but it is not something I want to put on my face. That was a complicated emotional feelings about the Mothership. This is number 8, Divine Rose 2. So I'm gonna just put some of this in the inner corner. This is the Girls Glitter Gel from Slayfire Cosmetics. And I am just gonna do like a dabble do ya in the inner corner. Okay, I think that was just the perfect amount of that. I don't know that I like love this glitter with this look. I probably should have used the orange glitter just based on the way things are shaking out. But there's gonna be a lot of pink on the rest of my face that will tie that pink in. So I think we're like, okay, like it's gonna be okay that that's there. I am gonna go wash my hands and dampen a beauty blender, and we will be back and we'll start complexion. For primer today, I feel like I haven't used my Bobbi Brown in so long. We're gonna use my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. If you are new here, I have claimed, and I think rightfully claimed, that this is my favorite primer. at this time of what I have available to me right now. Every time I get to use it, I get very excited. The only thing is I don't love the tub, but you know, I have tools to dig things out, to dig a little bit out. I've been even though I already knew I loved it beforehand, I still get excited to get to use it in the project every time. And then I'm going to be using my Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Cushion Foundation. This is a discontinued item, so so's babes on that one, babes, but that's what I'm using because it's in my collection. I've also been very excited to use this again in my collection, rolling through my foundations again, because one, this is my first cushion foundation, but what I've heard is like, you really have like a time crunch when you've opened this, and I've had this open for at least 6 months, I believe. That's like when I got it. I just feel like any day now is gonna be the day when the cushion stops working, but we're good for today. The finish of it, I love how like glowy I'm looking, you know, the combination of what's going on. And I've worn this primer and this foundation before because I really like them both. Like I didn't need this project to continue to keep loving these. They were like already very well loved items in my collection. And then the Touche Clot, I mean, one of these days, it's gonna be the last time we use this. This is from YSL, and this is the Radiant cover. I'm gonna use my fingers to blend it out today. And I'm gonna be using my Fenty contour and bronzer to bronze it up and contour it up. So I guess I will not be using my usual Rodial. I'm just gonna continue to use the sponge to blend this out. This combination of products together, like, I love all of these products, but I think I've used these all together before, and just the foundation, the luminosity, the shininess of it, you know, it's just like a very, for lack of a better term, it's a very like wet foundation. Putting cream stuff on top of it and like balmy stuff on top of it just like lends it to like such an extraordinary looking experience whenever you're using a bunch of cream things on top. I'm gonna use Butter Biscuit to like actually bronze today. Real question, has what's going on in the world affected anyone's holiday plans? Because it felt like most people were like planning on like having quote unquote normal, like a normal holiday season, and then like, you know, things changed very quickly. So I'm just curious. Mine really haven't. I think I actually am gonna get to spend Christmas Day alone. I think my brother works and we're seeing my parents on Christmas Eve. And I'm not one of those people who's like very precious about holidays. Like, I probably would much rather be like left alone on the holiday as opposed to like going somewhere. And I've been invited to like some friends' houses for like actual Christmas Day. I do have options, but I'm also like not super concerned, just like not super concerned. All right, I'm gonna do my normal powdering process and I'll be back after that for us to chat a little bit more about other things. God, if I just stopped here, I wouldn't need a highlight, but my skin is oily, so when it comes to these like like this very luminosity situation that I have going on, it's like it wouldn't be the move to not powder. You know what I think I'm gonna do though? Instead of setting with Laura Mercier, I'm actually gonna use Dim Light from Hourglass to set my face, which is not normal, but I do want to keep the shininess, the luminosity we have going, but I do want to have like the benefit of powdering things. I think this is like gonna be the way for me to do that. I will just blur a little bit more. It's like I almost have the embossing taken off. I imagine that the edges will be like the last thing. Like I might see pan and still have embossing, but like the center embossing is certainly gone. And I know that some people are like very precious about that, but like, I want to see usage. I bought new nail polish and I'm like, can this mani last until the new nail polish comes? Not that I would mind putting on another nail polish behind me. I have beautiful nail polishes. I'm lucky to have them. But I don't know. I just like, I'm so excited about my new nail polish that I'm not going to want to, but I'm too lazy to like want to take off a fresh manicure. For blush today, I'm going to actually try to use this hot pink, just like a little bit on the cheeks. We'll see how it goes. I just figured that because I remember like watching Pat McGrath's like master artists, or I don't know what they call them, but like her makeup artists that work for her, using like, this is a blush, this is a blush, this is a blush, like depending on your skin tone. I just think it'd be fun to try. I don't hate that. Would I do this all the time? No. But it does kind of like add a benefit to this palette that like I wouldn't be able to do something like this with Midnight Sun. And it's just glowy like the rest of my face, so that's why I wanted to use that one instead of a matte one. Okay, for highlight today, we're gonna be using MAC's Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Show Gold. This is what it looks like right here. It's like a gold to pinky, a shifty duochrome highlighter. I've quite used this. Like it's quite beautiful. Ooh. You know what I've never done? Like applied this wet. She made some points, darling. Can I tell you a sad story? Let me tell you about when I bought Show Gold. It was a very particular time. And I figure I'll just share that story with you because it kind of relates to like my no buy. It kind of relates to a lot of things that like my channel has kind of culminated into. If you haven't watched my Sephora video, that's okay. I'll keep you a little bit caught up. So I worked a holiday season at Sephora and they didn't keep me on permanently. And then I came back another year and then they kept me permanently. I had like $0. I had like no money in my bank account. I'm like not even joking. Like I had like $50 in my bank account. And Sephora told me they weren't keeping me. I was unemployed. I like had no out. And to make myself feel better, my friend had told me about this product and she really loved it. To make myself feel better, I walked up to the MAC counter in the Macy's at my mall and I bought this with like basically the last of my money. And it's interesting because I want to feel like, I feel like some shame in that, obviously, like that doesn't feel like good. But what's interesting is I don't associate that shame with this. Like I don't pick this up and feel like, man, that was like such a big mistake. It was a mistake. I understand that. I know that. But this kind of like, it's like one of those weird signifiers of like a reminder of like where I was and like where I've come just in life. Like that year, the year of 2017 and 2018 was really bad. It was really, really bad. This being like a signifier of that is kind of bizarre, but I do want to share that story with you. I think that's it for complexion. I'm going to spray my face, come on with mascara. I think I'm going to throw on Black Coffee, the eyeliner from Pat McGrath, and I will see you in just a few moments with all of that done. So if you've been watching my channel at all recently, you've been watching my Declare series, you probably saw this coming, but this is one of my final lipsticks. I only have one lipstick after today that I haven't used for this project. So we're gonna be using Patrick Ta's lip liner and lipstick in She's Hard to Get. So I'm gonna throw this on real quick. They're a vibrant pink. We have a lot of pink on our face and somehow the lip is gonna be the most pink, but let me throw this on real quick. This lip liner is a weird shape. I don't know if you've never seen it before. It is almost like an angled brow product, like a brow definer. It's like so interesting and it must be very soft because it's a click up formula. I thought I wasn't gonna like this shape, but I actually really kind of do. You really think I would have put a lip treatment on over a light night with how crusty my lips looked yesterday, but I sure didn't. And so this is the lipstick. This is like it's I'm so attracted to this, but it's like also never want to wear it. This lip color, it is an incredible color. I was getting ready to say, I think I might want to throw a gloss on, but I think the rest of my face is glossy enough. I think my lip can stay this velvet matte. This is like unrelated to anything we're talking about, anything else. But this has nothing to do with me. Okay, I might get worked up because I'm feeling a little emotion, but it's not even a personal friend of mine. It's not anything like that, but that triggered this. But there is a situation happening that I am like secondhand involved in right now. So I just want to remind you to be kind to people right now. This is like a very tough time of year. And beyond that, I would ask you to check in on people. Check in on your friends. Check in on your friends that you only text like once a year. Just like say hi, because it's tough. And it's like really showing this year. I'm seeing it left, right, and center, feeling it myself. Please do that for me, and also do it for yourself, because if something were to happen, if anything happens, just do it, please, for me, your 56th favorite YouTuber. Now is the time in the video where I zoom you in so we can look at my skin. Ooh, look at the eye, take it in. Okay, cheek, gloss, cheek, skin, under eye, looks amazing. Glossy and fresh. Ooh, the glitter, that's like the least I've used glitter. The lip, I'm gonna make a little confession here. This looks really pretty and it is very pink, but I think I would want to wear this again. I think I look so, like this exact, all of the steps, I think my skin looks really healthy, it looks really glowy. My eyes very impactful without being like what I would say is too much. Everything's like layered really beautiful. I probably would just like only lose the glitter. And having like the bright bold lip with all of this is really something. But as we do in every one of these messmas videos, let's reflect on everything I used today. Divine Rose 2, Mothership 8 from Pat McGrath Labs. Well, I was throwing a little bit of a hissy fit at the beginning of the video. I kind of really came around, at least to this look. So definitely not gonna declutter it. That was like my gut instinct is like I was gonna declutter it at the end of the video, but I don't think that's the case. I think we have some love left to give each other. I think that we could love each other a lot, actually, had I given it the time of day and not rejected it so much for just being pink and not special. Because it is pink and it is kind of special, and I think that's okay for me to admit. I don't know how often I will use it even then. I'm happy that we had this moment today. I will say that. The Slayfire Glitter Gel, I didn't use her for her most impact today, but you know, I like these glitters. I don't think I need to say more than that. More of it is just like trying to use the different colors before the end of December is really what I was trying to do. But I think this is a cheeky and clever way for me to work these glitters in to the rest of my looks from messmas. So clocked, we're gonna remember that. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I love it. We're seeing pan. We're getting down there. So we might have to buy this again soon, which is awful, because this was gratis. I've never actually paid money for this product, so I've never had to like throw my own 60 bones at it, but I will. It's glorious. And I think I might even buy, I know there's like a jumbo size. I might do that. I might. Unless we can collectively think of a primer that all of us would like me to try. Maybe if I'm gonna spend $90, I could just spend 10 more and try the Victoria Beckham. It's a thought. Let me know if you'd be interested in me trying that when this is done. Maybe. The Tom Ford Cushion Foundation. I don't know why I was showing you a cushion being covered. I really like this product. I'm sad it's discontinued. I'm sad that I can't seem to find any refills for it. But like I said in my video yesterday of things on my wish list, I have a cushion foundation there, so I could always go to that when this is dried up, because I feel like we are on our way out. I do think like at the beginning of next year, this will be like one of the foundations that I continuously use until it's gone. I do want to get the most out of it because it was still expensive, even though I got it on clearance. Even though I paid a third of the price for it, it was still more expensive than most of the foundations I have. We had a great time today. Actually, that cycled through my foundations again, so let me lug all of them out again. So the last time I pulled out all my foundations, I looked at them and I thought about them and I was like, is there anything that I can let go? Now, the second round, I did not really have a great time with the NARS, but I do think there was like a lot of circumstances to that. And the Lancome Tenti Dull Ultra Wear. This is the one that's like most likely to get chopped, but I do think I want to cycle through it again. And then everything else I'm seeing here, I'm still very excited about. So, you know, I do want to finish my Pat McGrath. I really like this, especially for filming, I've mentioned. This has been like the surprise of the century. This is like, I take my money. Like, I don't know why I like this so much, but I really do. The Surratt, my favorite. So obviously the Tom Ford, which we just used, which was really great. The Glossier, which I really like. And then the Givenchy, which didn't do as well the last round, but I don't think I liked the primer with it. Anyway, very interested in using all of these at least one more time. The Fenty Cheeks Out bronzers, I like these. I really like these. I think especially when you're using something as like dewy as the cushion foundation, these really have their time to shine, because there are a lot of people who would really have liked the look before I powdered, and I can respect and appreciate that. That's a little bit too much for me, but I think if you're really into that oil slick, if you are very dry and you like need all of that moisture and really want that dewy effect, I don't think you can go wrong with these, because I find that sometimes cream bronzers, they're often like cream to powder and like a really matte powder. These like stay luminous once they're on, because I do feel like they're more of a balm than a cream. Anyway, still loving these. The Show Gold Skin Finish one, I've never used it wet like this before. What a game changer. It looks so good when applied wet. I'm gonna do that next time. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, and I forgot to talk about how I used that eyeshadow as a cheek, and it did that. It did that. Go ahead, go off. I love it. And the Patrick Ta lip liner and lipstick. Never a color prettier. Never a color prettier. What an impactful lip. What a just stupid, gorgeous look. There's no reason that this should have turned out this good. Especially coming into it, I'm like, I don't really want to do a pink look. Ugh. I'll just go into it like jokingly. I look stunning. Oh my God. Wow. Hi, my name is Tom and I do like pink cosmetics. Ew, I hate that. Ew. Okay. The Touche Eclat Radiant Touch Concealer. I know this one's gonna kick it soon. Like, I wish I could be like, I'm like, look at how heavy the top is. That just means like all the product is up there. So I'm looking forward to seeing the other side of this. I have a couple backups of this. I really like this concealer. I think it's really beautiful, especially with the kind of coverage and finishes of all of the other things I used today. This played right into the hands. Oh my God. Don't forget to check on your friends and family. Again, I'm gonna say that here, but this wraps up my video. If you enjoyed today's video and you wanna see the rest of this, in my description box below, I have an entire playlist in chronological order of how the rest of this project has gone. They're getting a little more unorthodox and a little bit, they've gotten a little away from the assignment, because at first I was like really into it, because everything was new, right? But now that I'm cycling through some things, there's only a couple things that I have to like talk about in depth. So, you know, I like get carried away. I talk about how much I hate the color pink. But if you're interested in seeing this project and how it's shaken out, that playlist is down there for you. And if you enjoyed it enough to watch this far in this video, the subscribe button's right there. And I have plenty of content for you to check out. So go ahead, no judgment. Let's hit that subscribe button. And we appreciate likes on this channel. Also, I'm on Patreon if you want to spend some more time with me. Remember to follow your hote and you will find me. I hope you are taking care of yourself. I hope you are staying well this holiday season. I again appreciate you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Friends.